You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Blindsided federal agency staffers revolt and threaten to quit over the new Noem, based on an article by Sarah K. Burris. ECRE is not being managed, it is being distributed. The appointment. Donald Trump has installed Richard Lance Schroyer, an Oklahoma State trooper and former Marine, to run ICB. The source material makes the basic facts plain. He has no experience leading a major agency, yet he is being handed a $78 billion bureaucracy with 32,000 employees. The OMS insiders are alarmed. Some are already talking about leaving, and the appointment landed as a shock inside the department. The real power center. The important question is not whether Schroyer is qualified. The question is who is actually steering immigration power. The reporting says insiders see Stephen Miller as the real puppeteer over ICB, with Tom Homan also in the mix, and that many expected one of them to get the job. That expectation matters. It shows the agency is understood internally as a prize in an ongoing factional struggle, not as an institution governed by stable standards. Trump made the appointment. Mark Wayne Mullen, who already had Schroyer as a senior advisor and previously had him on his residential security detail, is the political patron attached to this pick. That is the operating model here. Not administration, but placement. Patronage over competence. Schroyer's biography is not the issue. His lack of any meaningful leadership record is. The source says he has never run an office, never managed a budget, and has little experience with 287G operations. That should disqualify him on its face. Instead, it appears to have qualified him. This is the old patronage machine with modern branding. Install a loyal friend, keep the chain of command personal, and call it staffing. The point is not efficiency. The point is control. The framing does some work for them. The reporting emphasizes staff shock, possible resignations, and fears that Miller or Holland are being boxed out. That is real enough as inter-regime trauma. But it also risks mistaking a palace dispute for the underlying crime. The deeper problem is not that one hardliner may be losing leverage. It is that the agency is being treated as a movable piece in a loyalty contest among Trump-aligned operatives. Even the talk of rebranding ICRE as nice fits the pattern. Cosmetic softening on top, coercive machinery underneath. A slogan does not change the function of the institution. It only gives it a cheaper mask. The revolt is the symptom. The threatened departures are not evidence of principled institutional resistance, so much as evidence that the place is being run into humiliation. Senior officials fear looking like idiots, and that is telling. When leadership is chosen for proximity instead of competence, bureaucracies don't become noble. They become brittle, petty, and self-protective. That is the consequence of turning a police agency into a loyalty club. People do not stay to serve the mission. They stay to survive the next reshuffle where they leave before the rot reaches them. The pattern. This story is not really about one obscure appointee from Oklahoma. It is about the conversion of public power into personal property. Trump picks the loyalist, Mullen supplies the conduit, and Dumas absorbs the insult. The agency's purpose matters less than who can plant his guy inside it. That is the larger political pattern. Institutions hollowed out by favoritism, then managed through intimidation, branding, and factional rivalry. The result is not a strong state. It is a captured one, where competence is treated as an inconvenience and power is awarded like a favor. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Alternet for today's article, with the automated voice of Labor. Thanks for listening.